Hello, and welcome to AIM International's preparatory tutorials for the Information Certification exam. I'm Steve Weissman, Principal Consultant at Holly Group and a certified AIM training instructor in the realm of content, process, and information management. I'll be your guide as we review the exam's major domains of expertise, and I'll tell you all you need to know to earn that passing grade. Today's subject is technical architecture, a vital part of this special certification which AIM created to support you as you solve your organization's existing information-related problems and plan for its future. For 60 years, AIM has been the leading nonprofit association helping users understand how to best manage documents, content, records, and business processes. This module will cover the encroachment of consumer technology into organizational architectures. Part of the Architecture and Systems Knowledge domain, one of 6 within the certification program, it will discuss the consumerization of IT, integration issues, self-provisioning and the ITization of the consumer, app stores, and workplace impacts. Consumer technology today is exerting powerful pressure on organizational IT to extend the enterprise beyond its walls and into executives' hip pockets. The reason is that an increasingly mobile and tech-savvy workforce is demanding support for portable data applications to run on the smartphones and tablets they use in their personal lives, a practice known as BYOD for Bring Your Own Device. This way they can enjoy more flexibility in when, where, and how they work. Consequently, more consumers and employees are accessing applications and services remotely using those devices, and more business transactions are being conducted that way than ever before. As this consumerization of IT accelerates, issues around mobile process control and security are bubbling to the fore, as businesses realize they must figure out how to integrate mobile applications into their computing architectures. Here are but a few of the factors to consider. There's security. Because the encroachment of consumer devices into the workplace is being driven by the market and not by the organization, new security problems have been introduced. Lost phones and tablets, for instance, represent physical risks of data breaches, and data encryption, if it exists at all, is often an afterthought. Compatibility and interoperability are issues. Standards must be adopted independent of carrier and operating system, with respect to a number of elements including data input-output, displayability, and power consumption. Such standards would allow the continued use of older devices with newer solutions, and this in turn would lessen the need for costly replacements and migrations. This pain, in fact, coupled with the potential need to support dozens of different devices and operating systems, is why so many shops standardize on one vendor or configuration, a strategy that has the added benefit of being able to predict and schedule less frequent, vendor-confirmed release cycles. Third, there's optimization of web services. Enterprises must rapidly transform business service web interfaces as mobile devices are used to access organizational websites, line of business systems, and perhaps even legacy applications. The use of a web-based application architecture facilitates standardization that enables device independence for enterprise users. But at the same time, IT must also step up its identity and access control strategies and figure out ways to accommodate unpredictable internet and cell phone connect quality. Workers who bring in their own devices to the office are both savvier about how their device works, or at least they think they are, and have more psychological ownership of them than their counterparts. So besides demanding BYOD rights, they also want to self-provision their mobile apps based on recommendations gleaned from their social tools and personal contacts. This has led to the ITization of the consumer, a counter-trend in which BYOD employees increasingly are trying to solve technical problems on their own instead of calling IT for help. In response, corporations are starting to create dedicated teams within IT to implement a BYOD policy that helps employees better manage their devices, thereby lowering IT costs while ensuring network security. Along these same lines, app stores are now making their way into the enterprise the way they already have infiltrated our homes. Just as the Apple App Store has enabled consumers to download and update the software on their iPhones and iPads, so will the likes of the new Windows 8 Store do the same for PCs in the enterprise. One of the keys here is that any such resource must have a discoverability feature built in that will allow self-provisioned employee devices to automatically find and secure the apps in their sites, and thus take some of the burden off of IT. But IT still must be involved to limit the choices available to BYOD users, as well as to ensure that work done on a BYOD device is subjected to the same ownership records e-discovery controls as work done on an organization-issued machine. There's little doubt that portable data applications have only just begun to transform the way work gets done and information gets managed by putting systems literally in people's pockets, if they so desire. Thanks to the tremendous push of consumer technology, business users have figured out that they can operate as effectively, or nearly so, away from their desks as they can when parked behind them. Even the need for network connectivity isn't the requirement it once was, as apps are being developed to run natively on pads and tablets even when offline. Coupled with the growing ability to add and manage apps without IT involvement, users are feeling more free and empowered by the day, suggesting that mobile devices are bringing back everything that was personal about the PC. In some ways, just another computing client, their portability and capabilities clearly set them apart and beg extra and specialized attention. This module has covered the encroachment of consumer technology into organizational architectures, discussing along the way the consumerization of IT, integration issues, self-provisioning and the ITization of the consumer, app stores, and workplace impacts. Next, you may wish to review the section on cloud computing. The material you have just reviewed is part of a broader program of study that prepares you to take the Information Certification exam. This proctored test consists of 100 multiple-choice questions and is delivered electronically by Prometric. You'll have 2 hours to complete it, and upon passing, you'll earn a professional certification that's valid for 3 years. For more information, please visit www.aim.org/certification. Thank you.